Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing great. So, in the previous video, we learned about bearer token authentication, where we first logged in using username and password and received an access token from the server. And then we used that access token to access the protected APIs, correct? So, in this video, we are going to learn another authentication mechanism, that is API key authentication. Okay. Okay, so first let us understand what is API key. Okay, so an API key is the unique identifier issued by the API provider. Okay, API key is the unique identifier issued by the API provider. It is used to identify the application or client making the request. Okay, so API key is used to identify the application or client making the request. And whenever we send the request to the API that requires API key, so we include the API key with the request. Okay, so first server validates the key, and if it is valid, then it processes the request. Okay, so here API provider. Okay, so API provider, or the company or organization that creates, owns, or manages the API. Example: Amazon provides Amazon APIs and Google provides Google Map APIs. Okay, so simply API providers are the owner of the API. Okay. Okay, so next is here application or client. Okay, so here we are writing API tests in Playwright, correct? So then Playwright test is the client. Okay, and if we use a mobile app to send API request, mobile app is the client. Then if we use website so to send API request, then website is the client. And if we are using Postman to send the request, then Postman is the client. Okay. Okay, so I hope you understand what is API key. Okay, so API key, simply understand, like API key is an identity card issued by the API provider. Okay, so whenever our application sends a request, it we show this identity card to the server, and server checks whether the API key is valid or not, then allows the request to proceed. Okay. Okay, so to show you this, I'll be using the CAT API. Okay, so first let us go to this website. So I've already opened the CAT API. So first you need to register. So here you just click on this get API and get free access code. It will ask your email ID. So give your email ID and you will get your API key to your email. Okay, so you will receive email like this, and this is your email, sorry, this is your API key. Okay, so you will receive your API key to your email. Okay, so and API key looks like this. Okay, so first get this API key, then we'll start. Okay. Okay, so I've already created a spec file. So API key, and here is your spec file. Okay, so I'll just copy and paste and I'll explain. Okay, so here this is the name of the test, that is API key authentication, and you know that we have to pass request here. Okay, and the URL we are using is the API URL we are using is this one. Okay, so I'll just copy and I'll show you. So here we are just searching image, and here it has ID, URL, width, and height. Okay, and here in the headers we have to pass X API key. Okay, so we need to pass X API key, and here paste your API key. Okay, I got it in my email. I'll just copy and paste this. Okay, so this is my API key. Okay, so header is the option or the property, and this is the option we use in inside the header. Okay, okay, so this is the HTTP header. Okay, X API key is the HTTP header. So along with the request, we need to pass headers. Okay, that header is X API key for API keys. Okay, so here I'm doing the basic validation, that is status code to be 200. I'll save and I'll execute. NPX Playwright test. So in real-time projects, or if you're using API keys, usually your project managers or leads, they will have the API keys they will give. They will get it from the project. So here we are using request.get. Another important thing here is, so once we receive the API key, we must include it with every request in the we must include it with every request. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it is a get, post, put, or delete, we must include the API keys. Okay, so here the test is passed, and so id url width is same as what is here. Okay, okay, so this is all about API keys authentication, and this is some more validation if you want to perform. Like here, this is an array, as you know, so there is a square bracket, this is an array, and the validation is array. This is the method, and I'm passing the response body here to be true. Then I'm expecting, at least I'm expecting one response. Okay, so one response, so I'm validating that to be greater than 0. Okay, so then response body, so this is array, so 0 means first one. Okay, so to have property id url and https. Okay, so here we have url, and the validation is url to contain https. Okay, okay, so next is there are two more you can practice, like for this categories and breeds. So I'll just copy this and I'll show you. And the important thing is, as I mentioned, where we must pass this API key header to every request, whether it is a get, post, or anything. So this is categories. So these validations might fail. So categories are like this. Yeah. So ID, name, ID and name. Okay, so you can validate this ID. Name should be clothes or name is hats. You can validate this. And one more API is bridge. So you can do nested object validation. You know, yeah, this failed. But this is fine because we have written these validations for the other API. Okay. Okay, I hope you understood this much API key. It is simple. So get the API key and paste it inside the headers. Okay, then other validation is same. Okay, so what you can practice is like this one. You can practice validation. Okay, so here ID is Abby's, name is this one. Okay, and it has nested object validation also, and you can validate like how many objects it has, and there are many fields you can validate them. Okay. Okay, so if you think you learned something from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.